Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Atrophy of Soul, and welcome to my Resident Evil Real Survival No Damage Best Ending walkthrough for Chris Redfield. So yes indeed, we are finally getting around to doing Chris's game, and for anyone who wants to know the differences between Real Survival Mode and the normal modes, in Real Survival Mode there is no auto-aim. There is no item transfer between item boxes. Enemies have more hit power besides bosses who have the same amount of hit power. Enemies do more damage, and there is less ammunition scattered around the mansion. So with that said, Real Survival Mode on Chris's campaign is the hardest thing to do in the game, and doing it no damage it might be a little harder to do with Chris, but in all honesty, when I was playing through this, I think I had an easier time with Chris than I did with Jill. I don't know. But yes, we are going through the obligatory opening sequence of Resident Evil, where you just go see the zombie, you come back to see that no one is in the main hall anymore. However, this time around, Chris only starts with a knife, so when you go into the main hall, you actually pick up Jill's gun. And I have no idea why that is. I don't know what happened to Chris's gun from the beginning cutscene, but he apparently dropped it somewhere, so we now have Jill's gun with us. However, if you run around with the knife, it's the exact same thing as running around with no item at all, which is why I didn't unequip the knife, because I just didn't feel like it. But right now, we are running to get ourselves the golden arrow, which was the first thing that we did with Jill Valentine as well. So we are going to use the same strategy that we used in the Jill video by knocking down this first zombie, running past him, and then knocking down the second one before getting the gold arrow. Right here, I've ended up picking up the magazine before actually going after the zombie, because I figured I may very well need more shots to knock this guy down. And I just wanted to be on the safe side, so that's what I did. So now that he is on the ground, be sure to pick up the golden arrow, and we are going to be leaving this area in order to use the golden arrow. Or at least part of the golden arrow, anyway. But yes, there are quite a few similarities. The reason that Chris's game is a bit harder than Jill's is because Chris has less space in his inventory. He actually has 2 less item slots than Jill does. And he also cannot use a lockpick. So all the doors that we were able to open with Jill Valentine, we will not be able to open with Chris unless we have these tiny keys. They're called old keys in this one, however they're called little keys in the original release of Resident Evil, so I may very well call them little keys, because that's what I'm used to. But in any case, you're going to want to come in this room and take out these 2 zombies. These 2 zombies will not turn into Crimson Head zombies if you kill them. They actually despawn from this room completely if you don't kill them after you've met certain criteria in the mansion. But yes, I don't know, for whatever reason, these 2 just do not respawn, or they don't turn into Crimson Head zombies, so be sure to deal with them now. But if you want, you can just run past them if you aren't doing no damage. However, I'd like to be on the safe side, and the best way to deal with these guys is to actually lure them toward the stairs here, because zombies cannot grab you while they're on stairs. They can only vomit on you for whatever reason. They are just unable to grab you while on stairs, so you can lead them toward the stairs and just keep stabbing at them until they're dead. You can use your pistol, because after this we will never be using the pistol again, if I am not mistaken. Actually, we will be using the pistol a little bit more, but yeah. I'm too used to Jill's game at this point. But yes, with Chris, we will be using the pistol a little bit more, but we will not be picking up any more ammo for it. So you want to examine the golden arrow in order to get the arrowhead. Place the arrowhead on the slab, and it will open a secret tomb area. And in this tomb area, there is a book. And yes, the Book of Curses. So now what we want to do is examine the Book of Curses, spin it around, and we find that the Book of Curses actually has a key on the back of it. And also has quite interesting information inside of it, which we are not going to go over at the moment. But now that we have this mansion key, we will be able to explore further into the mansion. So there are going to be quite a few similarities between Chris's game and Jill's game, obviously. Considering that many of the puzzles are pretty much the same thing. It's just getting to the same places is going to be very different with Chris than it was with Jill, because Chris has a lot more to do when getting to places. So what you want to do is unlock this door up here. We don't have to go in there just yet, but we want to use up this mansion key so that we can have a free item space when we finally use it up. So that Chris will discard the mansion key, and we will have an open slot to place some new items, because that's our main worry with Chris, is just having enough space in our inventory in order to complete the tasks that we need to complete, which was not much of an issue with Jill, but yes. And especially on real survival difficulty, when item boxes do not transfer items between themselves, this can be a very taxing situation to get over. So yes, you're going to want to unlock this door as well. The reason that I actually came in here is because I wanted to pick up the dagger, and having a dagger early on here, just for the sake of safety, is a very good idea. So I would suggest that you pick up that dagger. So right now, excuse me, we are going to be running to the kitchen in order to get our first little key, or old key. And yes, the little keys are one-time use items. However, there are multiple small keys littered about the mansion. So yes, once you use an old key, you can never use it again because it breaks after it unlocks a door that it can unlock. So yeah, sadly you can't just reuse the little keys, even though they all look exactly the same. So yeah, get around this zombie in any way that you so choose. Later on, I will actually be killing this guy, and yes, we will be burning a few zombies in this playthrough as well, unlike what we did with Jill, when I just showed off, you know, how you burn zombies, but I didn't actually need to do it anywhere. But yes, with Chris, we will definitely need to burn a few zombies, or we will definitely be needing to burn a few zombies. Jesus, I cannot speak today. But yeah, so we are going down into this kitchen area, which was a place that we did not go with Jill for quite some time. And this is the little key that we need. So yes, the old key, it's a one-time use item, as I already said. And when we try to leave here, a zombie will come down the stairs. However, we can avoid him by just luring him around this table over here. Very old and disgusting table that needs to be cleaned because it has rust all over it. Putrid stuff everywhere. But yes, very easy to dodge that zombie, so shouldn't have very much trouble there. So now that we have the little key, we are going to be running to a safe room in order to put away some items. So I always just run past him when his back is toward me, and I've never had him actually grab me while I was running past him, so I usually stick to the right wall. You should be able to stick to the left one as well, but I'm not sure. You can experiment with what you want to do, and also if you just want to kill the guy, be sure to do so. Because I'm only going to be using this pistol like one more time, so if you wanted to knock him down there, that's fine by me. However, you will have to have the canteen when you're coming back through there, because you do not want him to turn into a Crimson Head zombie. So something that Chris actually has that Jill does not is the lighter. Chris starts with the lighter in its inventory, and he never has to pick it up or put it away or anything like that. So yes, you will be able to burn zombies a little easier with Chris, since he has a lighter on the top right corner of his inventory. And this is the other zombie that I was going to shoot down with the pistol, so it only took me one shot, which was quite surprising. But yes, quite a lot of these zombies in this area specifically I will be killing eventually, because we will be coming through this area quite a few times with Chris, and we do not want these zombies to turn into Crimson Heads. Okay, so you're going to want to put away the survival knife and the handgun, and right now we are going to actually be using the old key on a door that is very near here. And I apologize if the sound sounds a little different. I am having to redo this commentary, this end commentary right now, because, yes, I got interrupted earlier, sadly, which is very annoying when it happened. But, yeah, so you're going to want to come in here and pick up the broken shotgun, because unlike Jill, Chris actually has to do the broken shotgun puzzle in order to get the shotgun in this game. Also need to pick up the ink ribbon here, because we will be needing as many saves as we possibly can get. I'm not going to be using like every single save that I get, obviously, but I want to show you guys where a lot of the saves are, just in case you're having trouble with the game. But in any case, now we are running back in order to actually do the broken shotgun puzzle. So right here, I'm trying to bait this zombie. And I did it and ran by him. Again, as I said earlier, we are going to be taking down a lot of the zombies in that room, because we will need to pass through this room quite a few times before the end of this game. So right after you pick up the broken shotgun, that zombie will start spawning near those two doors. So be very wary of him. Initially, he started spawning near where that statue was that was holding the blue gem. However, again, once you pick up the broken shotgun, he will start spawning near the doors, kind of surprising you there, but yeah, as long as you're aware of him, you should be okay. So right now we are going back through this area in order to pick up another small key. Obviously, we are going to use the broken shotgun as well. However, before we do that, we need to get a few items. Or get one item in particular. But yes, in this room, zombie dogs will actually break through the windows if you are coming from this door and going the opposite direction from where I was actually going. That's the only time the zombie dogs will break through the windows there for some reason. As long as you pass through the way that I was, the zombie dogs will never break through those windows. For whatever reason. Okay, so we want to come in this room, drain the water, and we want to pick up the old key and leave. So unlike Jill, the zombie there stays alive because Chris doesn't actually smash its head when he sees it come out of the water. He just backs away from it. So yes, now that we have that old small key, we can use it to unlock this door, which you may remember us doing with Jill's lockpick in the previous walkthrough, if you watched through it. So right now we need to pick up the chemical to use on plants. And yes, once we have that, we can leave this area and finally get the shotgun. There are also some health items in that room if you need them at this point in the game. But again, no damage playthrough, so no health items for me. And also, that zombie will break through that door if you don't kill him with Chris, which is very unfortunate. However, thankfully for us, we don't have to be in this room very often. I think after this we'll never come through here again, in all honesty. So yes, in this room you want to pick up the dagger on the table, and now we need to pick up the shotgun. So let's pick it up and let's place the broken shotgun here so that the ceiling doesn't come down and smash us to death, because that would be unfortunate. And again, unlike Jill, Chris doesn't get anyone to save him if that ceiling starts coming down. So we are coming to the end of this part. I decided to make this part a little shorter than the rest because I wanted these videos to be 5 parts, and if I combined this with the next video, it would have been like almost 50 minutes long. So yeah, I would rather have some more concise videos. But in any case, right now we are heading to the safe room. There will be a zombie in the middle of this area, so once again, the zombies cannot grab you while they are on the stairs. However, they can still vomit on you, so be wary of that. But do not give them the chance to actually vomit on you, and just run by them when they're on the stairs. So that makes dodging that zombie very easy. We won't actually be killing that zombie. There is one point where I actually do try to kill him with the shotgun by getting a headshot, but he didn't get a headshot, and I didn't feel like wasting another bullet, so, or a shotgun shell. So right here, you want to pick up the little key and the canteen, and then you are going to want to fill the canteen because we are going to need it to burn some zombies. And now we want to save the game, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.